What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Glove Drop. I am back. It is almost the start of the season. We've got a new head coach. We've got some new players. We've got some new haircuts. Yes, I moved. This is new. And I'm sorry in advance because there's no furniture in here yet. So there's an echo. Also, this is going to be a pain in my ass. I don't know what I'm going to do about the glare. Also, the lighting, I don't know. Listen, I'm doing my best. Like, I'm not Bob Vila. I don't know how to relight everything. But like I said, I'm doing my best, and the Rangers start on Thursday, so I have to make a video about it. Who would I be if I didn't make a video about it? It's kind of an asshole? Oh, side note. Preseason doesn't matter. Okay, preseason doesn't matter. So I don't care about the New York Rangers record during preseason. It's not real. It doesn't matter. Don't tell me otherwise. The season finally kicks off on Thursday. The New York Rangers are heading to Buffalo. The home opener is not until Saturday. And it's not so much a home opener as it is like an exhibition game because they're playing the Arizona Coyotes, and that team is a joke that I could play for and probably head coach. But they're playing the Coyotes for their home opener on Saturday. But first things first, let's talk about what this team has done over the break because there's a lot of shit going on. First things first, we got a new head coach, the New York Rangers' new head coach, Peter Laviolette. Despite his French-ass last name, he's an American. He did play pro hockey, I believe from 87 to 97-ish, about 10 seasons. Wasn't really playing in the NHL. He had most of his playing career with the AHL and the IHL. He did play 12 games in the NHL though, and guess who he played 12 games in the NHL for? The New York friggin' Rangers, yes! Yes, he did. So this is not a new coach. This is a homecoming. Welcome back, Peter. After he hung him up, so to speak, he did start off his coaching career with the freaking New York Islanders. Like, God, what a terrible way to start your career, but I guess somebody has to do it. He was with the Islanders for a hot minute, 3 seasons, before going to the Carolina Panthers? What the f***? Oh, the Carolina Hurricanes, holy shit. Before going to the Carolina Hurricanes, and he did win a Stanley Cup with them. There was 5 seasons with the Canes, 5 or 6 seasons, I think, and most of them, he didn't even make it to the playoffs, but one season they made it to the playoffs, and then they won the Cup. So that's a big deal. So good for you, you got 1 Stanley Cup. After that, he did spend some time in Nashville and Philly, and most recently with the Washington Capitals. And of his 21-season coaching career span, he has brought the team to the playoffs 13 times. It's a little bit more than half. Would I prefer it to have been 75% of the time? Of course I would have, but I trust Chris Drury, I trust what he's doing with the team, and this coach is going to bring a ton of experience, and a dude who's won the friggin' cup, so hopefully it'll all work out in the end. That's what we all want, right? Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So going back to new players, let's talk about the new players that the New York Rangers have. A week ago, not even a week ago, like 3 days ago, I'm trying to take video notes for this, and the roster still has 22 friggin' new guys on it. God, can we just narrow it down? Because I need to know. I really need to know. And at this point, it's pretty much confirmed who is staying and who is not staying. Now, as far as defense goes, there is one spot that people have been battling for, and what it's come down to is what they're saying. Originally, everybody was saying Zach Jones. It's going to be Zach Jones, but now Erik Gustafsson is in the mix, and it's looking like Gustafsson is going to get that starting spot. He does have some bit of a relationship with Laviolette from the past, and he did put up 42 points last season, so that works for me, man. That totally works for me. So I'm expecting to see Gustafsson get that spot, and as far as the forwards go, and as far as new players go on the offense, there is one player, Will Cuylle. So it has been said, this is what I heard, that he was the reason why Brodzinski and Harper got put on waivers. They needed to make room for him. Now, this guy is a big dude. I've seen anywhere between 6'2" and 6'4", so I'm going to call him 6'3", 210. 6'3", 210 pounds. Pretty good guy. He's got a ton of talent when it comes to shooting. He's got a hell of a shot, and he must have put up a hell of a training camp to get that position because Brodzinski and Harper are both some of the Rangers' depth players, and the Rangers' depth is something that has needed to be worked on, and you know, it's still something that always has to kind of have your shit together when it comes down to that. And so putting these 2 guys on waivers to get him in is saying a lot. So we'll see how Will Cuylle does. So those should be who we see coming out on Thursday. Now, as far as the season is offering up a ton of room for improvement, most especially an opportunity for Artemi Panarin to redeem himself, because as we all know, he didn't do a damn thing last year during playoffs. During the summer break, he shaved his head. I heard he shaved his head to get the ghosts out, all the bad hockey playing ghosts out of his hair, which if that's true, hey man, do what you gotta do, but I hope it pays off. So Artemi Panarin, this is your redemption attempt. We'll see how it goes. But as far as the other veterans goes, Zibanejad, Kreider, I think that they're going to come into this, and I expect to see them playing at the same level that they have been playing, and maybe even take it up a step further. Both of these players have had standout careers in the last few seasons, and Chris Kreider's really been on fire. Mika Zibanejad seems to be the one player that we can rely on, I'm going to say 80% of the time. But again, Panarin, you're friggin' killing me, man. You're friggin' killing me. What are you doing? I am so weary of him, and I hate it. I hate it so much, how much I don't trust you, Panarin. God. And there's a few other players that I want to talk about that one of them I really, have high expectations for. The other one I have high hopes for, like I hope you do well. And the other one I'm just like confused. Like, come on, dude, what are you doing here? So these three players are, you know what? They're not young anymore. K'Andre Miller, Alexis Lafreniere, and Kaapo Kakko are not young kids anymore. They're not rookies. You can't use that excuse. By this point in their career, they have had plenty of time to get used to the NHL, and now it's really seriously time. Like, I'm not even joking around this time. You got to step into your role as a hockey player. No more of this kid line bullshit, bubblegum, whatever's going on. Because at this point, it's time. It's friggin' time. The player who I have high expectations for is K'Andre Miller. Now, he has got so much potential, and we are seeing him. Last season alone, he more than doubled his career high in terms of points, and he's a defenseman. He has shown himself to be one of the most effective offensive-minded defensemen that the Rangers have, and his size and his ability to play on both ends is really something that has taken off. Again, last season, he did make a statement. He had 43 points with a total high 9 goals. That's huge. That is huge. There had been a few games where we'd see a little bit of those rookie mistakes, but like I said, we're not rookies anymore, so if you're not a rookie anymore, you can't make rookie mistakes anymore. That's just how it works. And in my opinion, that breakout season that he just finished up last year, that was just the beginning. I really don't think that we have even scratched the surface as to how much this kid can do. I'm not going to call him a kid anymore. He's an adult now. As far as this adult can do, and I think that we're going to see so much more from him this season, and it's going to be a season where he's developing himself into a all-star kind of player. I'm really excited to see that, so high expectations for you, K'Andre Miller. The player that I have high hopes for, as in like I really hope this works out for you, for no other reason than I kind of feel like you've gotten the short end of the stick, is Kaapo Kakko. Now, okay, I get it. When he was drafted 2nd overall, right after Jack Hughes. It was all this crazy thing about like, oh, Hughes shouldn't go 1 because Kaapo Kakko, you see all his highlight reels, and it was amazing, it was great, it was awesome, but then his rookie season was a bit of a letdown. And I feel like a lot of fans have, since that rookie season, written him off entirely, which is stupid because he is shown very consistently that he is getting better and better and better. And we are finally, even in this preseason, having a situation where when he gets on the ice, he's actually making a statement. He's got a presence on the ice that we haven't really seen before, and it's been consistently getting bigger and bigger. So Kaapo Kakko, I have some big high hopes for you, dude. Now, I have heard that Kaapo Kakko is going to be on that first line. He's the, I forget how'd they say it? Undisputed RW1. He's going to be the first line right wing. That's what that means. And he's going to be on the line with Kreider and Zibanejad. And I think that him playing with those two dudes, getting him off that kid line, mixing him in with some players who have had pretty impressive careers thus far, some of our top players, I think that that's going to be the move when it comes down to Kaapo Kakko. So big high hopes for him. And last but not least, the player I'm most curious about, and this is curious and like kind of like watching to see if it's all going to explode, like is it going to be okay? And that's Alexis Lafreniere. Over the summer, Lafreniere did sign a 2-year, $4.65 million contract. It's clear that Laviolette is seeing something in him. I just, sometimes you see him play and he's playing with so much passion and he's really in the game. He's got all of his drive and you just see how talented of a player he is and just how much potential he has. And then other times he's skating around like he's picking freaking daisies in the outfield at a baseball game, and I can't. Like, I don't understand what that is. I know that he and Gerard Gallant kind of bashed heads a little bit. Well, Gallant's gone, so stop fighting people, stop being a jackass, and maybe this season will work out for you. So Alexis Lafreniere, hopefully, hopefully, he is able to keep it together in the locker room and start being a little bit more consistent with the potential that he's already shown us. As far as the team goes going into this season, they have everything that they could possibly ever need to have a great run. That being said, they've had everything that they could ever possibly need in the past, and we've all seen what's happened. So what it's going to come down to is certain little things are going to need to be tweaked. I think there's going to be a little bit of line change situation going on. Like I said, Kakko being up on that first line, that'll be good. It's going to take the players who are great to play like they are great. There's going to need to be a little bit more of a team dynamic going into this, because unfortunately, the team just seemed to be, between the lines too, it just seemed to be completely separate from each other, and it wasn't so much a team unit and that special teams would come. It was just kind of like, it still looked good because it's the NHL and they're all really, really good players, but it could be so much better. So hopefully that's something that they've been working on during training camp. I'm not concerned at all about goaltending. I think that Shesterkin is going to come and do what Shesterkin does. Jonathan Quick is the backup goalie, nice veteran. He's used to it. He's played before. He'll be there when we need him. So that's good. And yeah, as far as everybody else goes, just do your job. Do your job. And this could be a very, very, very long and impressive season. That's what she said. So that's all I have for you guys. Yes, I will get the audio fixed. I'll put furniture in here. I'm not living on a cardboard box on the floor, I swear. I'll have furniture. This echo will be gone. The lighting will be fixed. And I will be back here to give you an update after every single game. And if anything cool happens, I'll be making a video too. You know, something like really fun happens. Like when Austin Matthews pulled his pants down and got arrested. Stuff like that. So these videos will all be out. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. My TikTok is funnier than yours, so you might want to check that one out. That one's pretty good. And as far as the rest of things go, they're all at The Glove Drop. I'll have all of those posted below. And if you have not, I'm pointing down at the floor as if it's going to be on the screen. Yeah, it's down below. But if you guys have not yet hit subscribe, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any videos. And we are going to get into this season, and hopefully the friggin' Rangers will do it right, and Panarin got all the ghosts out of his hair, and everything will be okay.